Hey y'all, I'm Emily and welcome back to Bama Base, where I find peace in my garden and joy in my kitchen. Today I'm going to plant more perennials, and that's a chrysanthemum, and I believe it's the Sheffield mum, and more iris. Let's get into it, y'all. I'm so excited to be expanding the garden. So I picked up the Sheffield mum from the Master Gardeners Association plant sale the other day, and I want to start filling up my side yard flower bed. So this gets mostly sun all day, and I think it's going to be perfect for this mum. So I'm going to start just digging a hole and get it in its new home. This area might have landscape fabric. I can't remember. If I do find it, yeah, it's the original landscape fabric that was here when we bought the house. It's just like 20 plus years old. So it looks like I will have to cut it back. We just had a ton of rain, so it's not that hard to dig a hole today, which is awesome. Normally in this heavy clay soil, it's a pain. All right, so this is a Sheffield mum. Great roots. All right, so now I'm just going to backfill with some native soil. And then just cover it back up with mulch. Ooh, this is not a good angle for y'all. All right, y'all, so I'm going to continue planting some new plants on this side of the house. It's going to take years for this azalea to get to the size of its full potential, which, if I remember right, is a 4 by 4-ish, give or take. It's an encore azalea. So in the meantime, I want some pretty things over here, not just empty spaces. So the bearded iris did so well in my front landscape that I want to continue the same beauty on this side of the house. So these irises are from the Morgan County Master Gardeners Association, and it's the same ones that I picked up the year before, and they're from my area, so they're acclimated to this environment. So I know they're going to be fantastic in my yard. So I'm just going to get to planting. And y'all, each little bag, sorry, the neighbor's dog, each iris was only $3. Y'all can't beat that. Now, iris do not like to be buried very deep, pretty much just right on the soil. So, which is also a benefit to having my type of soil because it's kind of clayish. So yeah, they don't have to go too deep. I'm just going to cut the landscape fabric back and then just dig a very shallow hole and get them in their new home. All right, and get all the roots nestled in. There we go. The top of the iris is not buried at all. It is literally sitting flush with the soil surface because you don't want it to rot. And then I'm just going to cover it with mulch. And look at that beauty already. All right, so I'm just going to keep on planting these irises over here. I can't wait to see them bloom next year. I picked up the dark purple iris and then the lavender iris. So again, I'm just going to cut back the landscape fabric and pretty much just sit them pretty much on top of the soil. Y'all have so many hyacinth bulbs still in here. They keep popping up. Little wormy. Alright, well since I'm over here, I want to cut back the canna lilies that I thought I had dug up and moved, but they popped up in this area and I don't want them here. So I'm just going to cut them down. They'll probably keep coming back. Alright, it looks so good. Alright, so I have one more iris that I want to plant in a spot in the front landscape bed. I think I planted one there last year and maybe it just didn't take over the winter, or I just didn't space it out enough. Alright, so I feel like I'm missing an iris right here. I do slightly have a hole here, but that could be when I cut the landscape fabric to plant the tulips. So we'll see. All right, just going to bury them at surface level. Just make sure I get the roots in that good soil there, and then just backfill. Tamp them down. All right, y'all, so I have that Sheffield mum planted and all my bearded iris planted. I'm so happy. I got to expand my garden, which makes my garden heart even happier. So that's going to be it for me today. Thanks for joining me. This is Emily from Bed My Base, where I find peace in my garden and joy in my kitchen. Bye, y'all.